What's up, guys? It's your boy Jerry here from Team Pantheon, bringing you guys another deck profile of set 13, and from what you can see, it is obviously my Ethics Buster, an extreme and reverse deck. So, I've been testing this deck at our house tournaments and at locals, and it's been doing very well. So, I feel comfortable bringing it to you guys, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So, our starter is Riot Horn. His skill is, when he is rested and he restands, or the unit in front of him restands, sorry, then he restands. So it's a good way of recycling a column. You can use the Great Researcher, but in a perfect world where Narukami and Kagero do not exist, you don't really get much play with him. So, but if you do, well, it's a constant recycling column, and it's very annoying. So that's the starter, and then we go for the grade 3s. 4 copies of Ethics Buster. He's the Break Rod. His skill is another Nova Grappler rides it, plus 3k, and also when the unit attacks, the rested units restand. He's good. Good for break riding over break ride. Nice, also 13k attacker when boosted. So he's good against cross rides and other 11k vanguards. And you need to run 4. I don't know why you would run less. So that is that. Next we run 3 copies of Extreme. He is one of the cross rides for Ethics Buster. His skill is, whenever he reveals a grade 2, 1, or 3 for limit break, if you have a rested Nova Grappler or BCD unit, you restand it. So he pretty much turns every card in your deck into a stand trigger. So very, very good. I use 3 because I want to see him a lot. And he is my go-to Vanguard if I don't open with another unit I use for a grade 3. And speaking of which, we have, lastly, 2 copies of Deadliest Beast DD Ethics Buster Relas. His skill is, you counterblast 2, you lock 2, and discard 2, and you pretty much get a restanding Vanguard. And when you combine him with the Break Rod, 8 consecutive attacks. 8 consecutive attacks. Not many people can survive that, and that's why I run them both in the deck, because if I open with him, I usually finish off with him. All 3 of these guys together in the deck is way too OP, so that's why I run all of them together. Next for the grade 2s. 4 copies of Hatred Chaos. It's 12k. It's really no more to say about that. 3 copies of Beast DD Gold Anklet. He's very good in this deck since you are restanding a lot. His skill is, when he restands, plus 3k. And when you get your Ethics Buster reverse skill off, he becomes a 15k attacker by himself. There's really no more I can say about how awesome that is. Especially, I mean, unboosted, he does ridiculous. Boosted, he's just so good. Yeah, I run 3. I was running 4, but he gets a little too clunky because I have other units I'd rather have. So 3 is good. You still see him a lot, and he's a good sponge. No one wants to see this go off. No one wants to see you get a 15k attacker for just restanding. So you are going to lose him, but it is fun when you get to use him. So then, most annoying card in the deck, Brainy Papio. His skill is, when he hits a Vanguard, you special counterblast a Beast DD, and then choose a rested Beast DD and then restand it. He's good as a Vanguard ride. He's good as a rear guard. Once again, another sponge. Do not expect to see him on the field very long, especially if you're going up against Eradicators or Kagero. My opponents never let me get this off. I rarely get to restand something with him, but when I do, it's shenanigans, whether it's on the Vanguard or the rear guard. Them together is so stupid. So yeah, 3. 4 is a little clunky, and I have make room for, lastly, 2 copies of Beast DD Damn Leo, 10k 10Ks are good. I wanted to make sure I was able to fit them in here. They're good for early game defense because a lot of Vanguards are running around with 9K. So, you know, your Morbius Breaths, your Linshu plays, usually the Vanguard, it has 9, so they swing for 14, so you drop a 10 for a no pass. Make sure you can't get hurt early because taking damage excessively early in this game can be hurtful, especially now with this meta with Vanguards are getting like 40k or retiring and locking. So, yeah, 2 of these guys. Then for the grade 1s, 4 copies of Gator. He's your K clone for Beast DDs. Good. They finally got this now. This is good. You know, good early game aggression, mid game aggression, late game aggression, especially since everything stands in this deck. So he's good pressure. You always want your opponent's gonna not want to see this guy either as a booster or as a attacker. And also he's solid 7K, which is good. It's matching numbers like 16, 18, all that shenanigans. So for him. 4 copies of Solar Falcon. Which looks pretty badass, right? He has like some type of blade wing thing. Irrelevant. Anyway, 4 perfect guards. It's 4 perfect guards. You need them. You have to run them, especially in this meta nowadays. Locking, 40k Vanguards, Descendants. You gotta have 4. My favorite card in the deck, Max Beat. He's very good. His skill is when he restands, you counterblast 1 BCD and then choose another rear guard. And that's going to be in the same column. Just any other rear guard that's rested and then restand them. He's really good with Papio. Because what you can do is you can attack. If you hit with Papio, you can choose him. And then use the skill to choose him, and then restand. So you can just keep on going off with these 2. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, your opponents don't like it. People cuss at you when you do it. It's hilarious. So I recommend doing this combo on someone if you build the deck. Then 1 copy of Energy Charger. He was a Tekken. His skill is when you call him to a rear guard, you Soul Blast 2 and you draw a card. I think any of these cards are good in any deck if you can fit them in. I am trying to fit in 1 more, but 1 has been doing fine. I always seem to open with him. It's like this. It's my lucky card. I don't know if you believe in luck, but I do, obviously. So this game is all about luck. So yeah, this guy's good. Good target to put behind your Vanguard because your Vanguard's going to hit 18k regardless. And he can also be locked for Deadliest Beast Deity because it's not specified to Beast Deity units. So it's a free lock card and a free draw card, so use them. And for the triggers, we do 4 crit, 4 stand, 4 draw, and obviously 4 heal. It's rainbow, mainly because I feel in Beast DDs doing rainbow triggers is perfectly fine. And they also share Beast DD names, and you know, although they don't really go off for Extreme's ability because they aren't grades 1 or higher, but for Extreme's, not Extreme, Reverse, you need to discard 2 Beast DDs. So yeah, this is good. You can do 7 crit 5 draw. That also is a very valuable and balanced option, but for me, I like doing the rainbow. So there you have it, guys. That is my Beast DD deck. So if you guys like what you saw, you can go ahead and rate, comment, and subscribe. So if you get a chance, check out some more of our videos, because we do have some card fights up. And tell your friends about us. We're bringing you a lot more content. So talk to you guys later.